Hello and welcome to Mirrorlost Mondays. This is the first installment, and so I thought it best to make this video a general introduction to Mirrorlost as a system and as a setting. So Mirrorlost is a D100 tabletop role-playing game. These are also known as percentile systems. It is set in a fictional universe where invisible pathways connect the myriad of dimensions. These pathways are ever-shifting, but at any time, a mirror, crystal, or other reflective substance can become a portal to one or other of these dimensions. Each significant world event, whether good or bad, is mirrored in a different way in each linked world. The intensity of this rippling effect is proportional to how close each world is to the Nexus, the point where all pathways converge. Sometimes this effect will actually create mirror cracks, scores in the ground that temporarily connect dimensions, pulling people in, spewing monsters out, and affecting the lands and people around them in various ways. Thus, many of the folk who are near a mirror crack will be affected by what is known as a morph, where their body or mind is transformed in some way. Plants and creatures are also affected by these morphs, and hence any number of possibilities emerge. The closest dimension to the Nexus is where the current setting of Mirrorlost focuses. In the future, other dimensions will be explored, but for now, I thought I'd just focus on one. The main continent is known as Galferia, and here several races of humans live, some morphed, some not. Future Mirrorlost videos will introduce each of the races and tell of their known histories. The approximate parallel time frame of Galferia is between 2000 BC and 1100 AD, and certainly before the development of gunpowder. I'd like to talk a little bit about the system of Mirrorlost now. Every character has a series of stats known as characteristics. The score you have in these characteristics represents how naturally capable you are in certain areas and the training you've had in your life. Combat characteristics include melee and weapon skill, as well as magical training. Magic in Mirrorlost manipulates the elements the world contains and draws power from the natural world or its peoples. Hence, using magic has consequences. There are three disciplines of magic: attunement, elementalism, and essence. The schools of magic are as follows. So we've got force, light, nature, shade, and time and space. These make up attunement. We have air, earth, electricity, fire, and water, which make up elementalism. And finally, transmutation, blood and bone, mind, runes, and skin, which make up essence. The other characteristics include charisma, constitution, dexterity, intelligence, strength, subterfuge, and wisdom. Finally, secondary characteristics include defense, insight, initiative, perception, and willpower. The idea of a percentile system is that a character needs to roll under their score to succeed on a task. Task difficulty, environmental effects, persons helping or hindering, and other modifiers can make it temporarily easier or harder for a person to complete a task. The gameplay effect of this is that the score you need to roll under is increased if you have positive modifiers or decreased if you have negative modifiers. Your modified score is your percentage chance of success. For example, if I have a strength of 35 and I need to force open a door, but I have a crowbar, I might get a +5 to my target number for a total of 40. There is a range of test difficulties ranging from easy to very hard. Let's say for this example that it is an ordinary difficulty, giving a further +10 to the target number. I now have a modified score of 50 and hence a 50% chance of success. That brings us to the fact that Mirrorlost is a very tactical game because so many things can modify the target number a character needs to roll under. Each character has an array of skills, talents, traits, and feats that can be used in multiple ways. You can use the environment around you, and the possibilities for action are limited only by imagination and your rolls, though some degree of realism needs to be employed. While Mirrorlost is set in a time where magic is part of the world, it doesn't mean that you can simply reach up and touch the moon, for example, or punch someone so hard they fly 200 feet and tumble a building. This isn't superheroes, but it is adventure fantasy. There are many things I haven't mentioned as yet, but hopefully this has covered the basics of the system and the setting. Over the course of this year, I'll be exploring all the aspects of Mirrorlost, from lore to history to characters in the world to organizations, game mechanics, character creation, and gameplay. I hope this video has been informative, and if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, requests, or anything at all, I'd love to hear from you. For now, keep gaming, and catch you on the flip side.